Hi, welcome to Moose's Workshop, also Starry Night Railways. Here we are, it's April 8th of 2021, and it is the third or fourth miserable day of rain and cold. But the futurecast says that this weekend is going to be nice and warm and dry, so we're going to put our little switcher back together. The batteries I kept inside in the basement and charging station downstairs over the winter. Just to keep them nice. I pre-wired two lead wires on here because they won't pass through the center section how you're going to see it here in a minute. Also, with my model railroad, I got this crimper, this better one, and I'm going through all the crimps on this and just retightening them all up. So let me get the body, set it down over here. Hopefully I don't electrocute myself. Okay, here's the body, and if you look underneath, there is a little sliver of metal through the middle to keep everything together from spreading apart. So now we're just going to set this over the batteries as carefully as possible. Try not to cause a short. It's been a while since I've done this. There we go. Voila. And that just fits like so. Next we take the couplers. And we're going to shimmy those through. Actually, I think we'll wait on that because I got to get some washers. But what you do is put your washers in there for your spacing. Then you put your coupler in there. And then the bolt goes through the body, through the coupler holder, underneath, and then your chain, safety chain, is on the bottom side. And that's what holds the whole body on, front and back. That's all you need. That way you can switch the bodies on and off. Okay, here we are in the cab. What I have to do is reach all the way through the engine, over the motor, and grab those two wires from the first battery so I can bring them over and put these batteries in, I think, parallel. Okay. Right here we have our antenna wire that will get put up in the roof area once we're done. Tons of wires. Just to recap on here, if you can see it well enough, we got the fuse box over here. We got the motor controller. We got one of those digital voltage regulators that we give away in our giveaways right here. We have this for the remote control that turns on the headlight on and off, and the rear light. This is our receiver for remote control. Over here, I don't know if you can see it, there's some wires over here, is our emergency on off. It totally takes the power off. It's one of those ones that you would use in a motorboat. So it's completely, once you turn that off, there's no way current's getting through there. So now we got to start wiring all this up and getting it ready for the trek. Okay, we got those wires fished out from the other battery, but I also noticed that there's a couple wires that I forgot to shorten after I got everything configured the way I wanted. So, like this wire right here, this goes from the motor controller to the motor, so I don't need this much wire anymore, because now I know exactly where it's going to go. So we're going to shorten this, put some new leads on there, just clean it up nice. And let's see, we'll say right about there. So let's take some of this electrical tape off. Make sure we keep the right wires with the right wires. Black, black, white, white, red, red. I guess I can just clip it where I need. There we go. That's a lot of extra wire I didn't need. I'll keep these though. Take about that much. And you strip them. And like I said, I got a new crimper, so I'm going to crimp these wires, recrimp them, just to make them tighter. I had a decent crimper before. I didn't have one of those cheapos, but once in a great while, I get a loose one. This just crimps the ever-living poodoo out of it without destroying the insulation or piercing the wire. Okay, nice and tight. Don't even have to worry about it. I'm going to take off the rest of this electrical tape. I can find the end of it again. Okay, now I'm going to strip these. And the reason I'm using wire nuts on this is just so I can quickly disconnect the stuff and fix something if possible. If it needs it. Or if I need to take the body off real quick. This is actually a dual motor controller. It's actually one for my R2s. I just need to get a regular single one in here and I'd have even less less wires in here. I'll use a new wire nut. Because there's a whole motor controller in here. On the whole side I'm not even using for this. Because my R2s have a motor in each leg, so it works like a tank control. Reset the jumpers in this motor control so it's not in tank formation anymore, and it'll work on 2 separate channels. So I got a whole channel in here for motion or something. Could make it ring a bell with servo or something, I don't know. Maybe have a guy waving his arm. Woohoo, hi, how you doing? But eventually I'll get this to the point where not use any of this and keep the body on probably permanently, even though I made it to interchange. I just like it. I was going to make a couple extra bodies. And put some windows in here. Otherwise this would be kind of hard. That's good. No go there. I'm going to take these out of here. Alright, I don't need that anymore. Another thing removed. Sure there's 2 right wires still. Pull the wires, make sure they're all tight in there. Extra twist. And for the black wires, 1 and 2. And now those will plug into here, if I can reach from this side. Tuck this down and out of the way. Get that wire out of the way. This is the next one I'm going to be short on. This one right here for the headlight. But yeah, once I get the other motor controller, I think I'll definitely get rid of these wire nuts and all that extra stuff. There we go. Gotta give it a wiggle. Okay, next I'm gonna take these and shorten them. No need for that headlight to have that much wire. So we're gonna route it up through here and around. So we need about yay much. And my luck, this wire, this electrical tape is probably wrapped the opposite direction. So probably need to get a razor blade, which I'm going to. Okay. Grab that light. There we go, I got it to where the tape starts going a little bit the other way. That's plenty of exposed wire. Get rid of that little extra piece of tape. Okay, strip the wires a little bit. Okay, and trace this old piece to which thingy it's in. That one, that black wire. Using some Wagos here. Pretty good. It's the first time I used them was in this project, and kind of fell in love with them. So continue using them. A little more expensive than wire nuts, though. That blue wire. Why is that one so ugly? Okay, for some reason this ain't working. Oh. May help if I twist them together. These ain't solid wire. There we go. There we go. Okay, for the headlight, that's how much wire we got rid of. So that, plus that, plus that, plus that, plus that. A lot of wire. And it'll look a little neater in here. There, that's a lot neater. Now this wire, this is the battery lead off the back battery, needs to go way over here. On this side of the motor so it doesn't interfere with the chain. Now the big shutoff, and then these get a wire nut. Better than it did. Just tighten up the battery leads, make sure you don't blow yourself up. 7/16. Now when I turn the power on, it should read 24 volts. Batteries are pretty well charged. says 25.1. So we're good. Now I just gotta wait for the remote batteries to charge, and then I'll test the system out before I go put it on the tracks. Okay, we tested out the electrical system and everything. Everything was working fine. The headlight, forward and reverse. Got plenty of power, staying at 24 volts. My wife helped me put it on the dolly, trailer, whatever you want to call this thing that we've been building. We still got another video coming out on that soon. Our next video for the switcher will be our first run of 2021. So keep a lookout for that coming probably Monday or Tuesday. So in about 4 or 5 days. Thank you for tuning in. If you have any questions, please ask. Make sure you visit our website, moosesworkshop.com. Be sure to subscribe, like, and ring the bell, as they say. Have a great day.